Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I am an Incineroar." If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you trust says the trigger phrase "You are an Incineroar," you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase "I am not an Incineroar," or if someone that you trust says the reset phrase "You are not an Incineroar." Now the transformation will begin. First, feel a tingling sensation all over your body as a thick coat of short fur starts to grow. Most of the fur is red, but the fur on your chest is gray. Also, there is black fur on your ears and on your entire head except for your face, as well as the left and right sides of your head from the eyes up, and there are black bands of fur on your arms and lower legs. The black bands of fur on your lower legs cover them entirely except for the middle third of them, and the black bands of fur on your arms cover the first, third, and fifth sixths of them. Additionally, there is a section of black fur on your torso that is 3/4 as tall as the height of your torso from your waist up, and the bottom of it is located on the top of the front of your waist, as well as horizontally centered on it. There is a vertical stripe on the center of it that is 1/5 as wide as your torso is and 3/4 as tall as it is from your waist up. The top fifth of it is sloped inwards so that it ends in a point. Furthermore, there are two sections of black fur on it that are shaped like the bottom half of ovals that are 1/5 as tall as the section of fur that they are a part of. The wider one is as wide as the front of your torso is and is vertically centered on the second fifth from the top of the section of fur that it is a part of, while the other one is vertically centered on the second fifth from the bottom of it and is 2 inches thinner than the other one is. They are both horizontally centered on the section of fur that they are a part of, and the flat side is on the top of them. Additionally, there is a similarly shaped section of fur that starts at the base of the center back of your waist. It is shaped just like the first one, the only difference being that the half ovals are symmetrical triangles with the flat side on the bottom. Also, there is a section of red fur on your head that is similarly shaped to the second section of black fur. It goes from the base of the center back of your head to the center top of your forehead. With the exception of its height, the only differences between the shape of this one and the one on your chest is that the end of it that is on your forehead is straight and that it is 3/4 as wide as your head is. Additionally, there is a black triangle of fur that points straight up, and that's height and width are equal to the width of the vertical part of the section of red fur that is on your head. It is horizontally centered with the center of your forehead and its base is on the bottom of your forehead. From the left and right sides of the triangle of black fur, 2 long sections of fur grow. They are shaped like cones that have been cut in half and are as wide as the left and right sides of the triangle are long. The flat sides of the cones are aligned and centered on the left and right sides of the triangles, and the cones are angled 30 degrees forwards from the sides of your head that they are on, as well as 30 degrees upwards. They are so long that the ends of them go as far to the left and right as the sides of your head do. Next, feel a pulling sensation at the base of your spine as a furry tail that is as long as your torso, neck, and head combined are tall starts to grow. It starts out as wide as the palm of your hand is and gradually gets bigger until it is as wide as your entire hand is 4/5 of the way down it. From there it curves inwards over the last fifth of it so that it ends in a rounded point. The second and fourth fifths of your tail are covered in black fur while the rest of it is covered in red fur. Additionally, there is a thin section of long black fur between the fifth and fourth sections of your tail. It is shaped like triangles that point away from the part of your tail that they are on, and that are half as tall as your tail is wide at its widest. There is one of them on the center of the top, bottom, left, and right sides of your tail, as well as on the center of the diagonals of your tail. After that, feel your fingernails move forwards and down so that they are centered on the middle of the front of your fingers. Then, feel them become a hard and durable white material. Simultaneously, feel them change shape so that they are shaped like cones that point away from the finger that they are on and end in a dangerously sharp point. Despite how sharp your new claws are, you will never attempt to use them to do anything, especially combat. Now, feel an intense yet pleasant heat around your waist as a belt of red and orange flames ignites. This belt of flames is composed of diamond-shaped flames that are each 1/5 as tall and 1/5 as wide as your torso is, as well as vertically centered on your waist. Also, the flame-shaped diamond on the front center of the belt is 1/4 the height of your torso, and there is a yellow flame vertically and horizontally aligned with the center of it that is shaped like a raindrop and is 1/5 as wide and tall as your torso is. Next, feel your toes merge and change shape so that you have 3 toes on each foot. Each of your new toes is 1/3 as wide as your feet are and is as long as your middle toes used to be. As this happens, your toenails disappear, the fur-covered skin that replaces them wiping away all evidence of their existence. Then, feel a round area on each of your hands that is 3/4 the size of the palms of your hands and centered on them start to swell slightly. As this happens, the fur falls out to reveal that the skin in those areas has become an orange material that is slightly squishy. Now, feel your face stretch out to form a medium-length muzzle, the top of which is just above your nose holes. Also, the fur on the top part of your muzzle turns black. As your muzzle forms, your nose disappears while your nose holes remain, now surrounded by a red triangle on the front of your muzzle that is made out of a material that is slightly squishy just like your paw pads are. The triangle points straight down and the bottom of it is a bit below your nose holes. The center of the base of the triangle is centered on the center of the top of your muzzle and it is 4 times as wide as one of your nose holes is. Once your muzzle has expanded, your teeth change to be more like the sharp teeth of a cat and more teeth form in your mouth to accommodate for its increased size. Likewise, your tongue lengthens to be appropriately sized for your new mouth. Then, your ears move to the top of your head and change shape so that they look like solid cones that are as wide and tall as your old ears were. Despite how different your new and old ears are, you will be able to hear just as well as you could before the transformation began. After that, a black section of fur grows on the top half of the end of your arms that attach to your shoulders. They are black and thin, as well as tall as your arms and neck are combined. They are very thin and point straight up for the first half of them. From there, they form 3 triangles that are each 1/3 as wide as your arms are. The one closer to your back is pointed 30 degrees back from vertical, the one in the middle points straight up, and the one closer to your chest points 30 degrees forwards from vertical. Also, there is a small curve between them that connects their sides. Next, the red fur on both sides of your head grows longer so that they form 4 cone-shaped clumps on each side. They are each half as long as your face is wide and are 1/4 as wide as the sides of your head are, as well as curve upwards slightly. They are vertically centered on the sides of your head that they are on and are located 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, and 7/8 of the way across the sides of your head. Not taking their upwards curve into account, the cone-shaped sections of fur closest to your face are angled 45 degrees forwards from the sides of your head that they are on. The ones second closest to your face are angled 22.5, or half of 45, degrees forwards from the sides of your head that they are on. The third closest ones to your face are angled 22.5 degrees backwards from the sides of your head that they are on, and the ones furthest from your face are rotated 45 degrees backwards from the sides of your head that they are on. Additionally, fur grows in between them so that the first third of these sections of fur look like one solid section of fur. Now, your eyes move and change size so that they are 1/3 as wide as your muzzle is and as tall as they are wide. Simultaneously, they move and change shape so that they are triangular. The bottom sides of them curve to match that of your muzzle, and the bottom right point of the left one moves so that it is just to the right of the bottom left triangle of black fur on your forehead, while the bottom left point of the right one moves so that it is located just to the left of the bottom right corner of the triangle of black fur on your forehead. Also, the upper point of the left triangle is at the top left of your face while the upper point of the right one is at the top right of your face. Additionally, all of the sides of the triangles except for the bottom ones curve outwards slightly. Once this has happened, your irises and pupils become narrower and shorter so that they are half as tall and 1/4 as wide as they used to be. Simultaneously, your eyeballs become gold-colored while your irises turn cyan. Despite all of these changes to your eyes, you will be able to see just as well as you could before the transformation began. Throughout the whole process of your eyes changing, your mind will change so that you enjoy wrestling as well as watching it. Finally, the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being. If they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, the effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Now you have been transformed into an Incineroar. This file is almost over, so goodbye. I hope that you enjoy your new form.